Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is a paid request this time for Ash. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal, is usually the best bet, or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this time I'm talking about Kiss of the Vampire. Tease my ass. Also known as Immortally Yours, which is such a good movie. It gets a 2.2 on IMDb. So yeah, you see how good of a film this is. 2.2 on IMDb. Now, there are some familiar faces in this. Gary Daniels being one of them. Now, he's not in it a lot in terms of he's not the lead bad guy. He's not the lead good guy. He's just kind of one of the vampires. I said, okay. Costas Mandylor is in it, who was in some of the later Saw films. He's in there as a guy that at one point kind of tells on the vampires. Well, no, not really. Tells on the Illuminati. That's what it is. He tells on Illuminati. Because, yes, the Illuminati's involved in this movie. Other people, Phil Fondacaro, which a lot of people may not know who that is. He's a little guy, little person who, if you ever seen Ghoulies 2, he's one of the lead characters in Ghoulies 2. You have the main hero, the girl, and the little guy, and he's the little guy in Ghoulies 2. He was in the first Troll film. I think he had a big part in Willow. If you grew up in the era I did, you'd be like, oh, I recognize that guy. And so this was, 2009 around when this came out. Matthias Hughes is in it, the villain in I Come in Peace. Martin Cove from The Karate Kid. He's in this. Again, not as the main bad guy or the main good guy. He's the second command of the Illuminati. Now, to explain this plot is going to be kind of weird because it feels like it's like 2 or 3 movies kind of trying to be pushed together. There's the one where the head of the vampires, I forget the guy's name because I didn't care about him because I thought he sucked, pun intended. He's leading the vampires, but at the same time, he doesn't like being a vampire. He falls in love with this lady, sees her at the opera. They have a little bit of lovey-dovey stuff. And pretty much his wish is to be mortal someday. And thankfully, the lady, her dad, may have the chance to make this guy mortal. So that's... And their love story, I guess you say, is the backbone of the film, and God forbid, holy shit. Because if I took a couple of cornflakes and put them together in my hand, there'd be enough, there'd be more pizzazz and energy and electricity spark than between these two. Or I put a, I don't know, piece of cracker up my ass and squeeze my ass cheeks hard. There might be some electricity flying out more so than these two people because they're, the spark plug is dead. There ain't no spark. None at all. And the acting is absolutely terrible. Their accents just absolutely god awful. Now the second part of it, or I guess when I say it's like 2 or 3 movies, then you have the other vampires. One of them be Gary Daniels. They just like to go around and kill. They're at a club. They kill some. Cops find them. They go out. The lead vampire, he seems to be the only one that have the power to make them all teleport. And then you have the cops, who literally, like, Matthias Hughes, I guess, sent them, either they found a video or Matthias Hughes sent a video where he kills vampires From our vampire hunting services, here you go. Which, I don't know why it made me think of Peter Vincent, but that was done purposely for comedy. And then you have the Illuminati, where again the side, not the lead. You think, okay, you don't have a star for the lead of those bad guys. No, Martin Cove is the second command. The other guy, I don't know. They will like kidnap women. They get people like Casas Mandalo to do it. I don't even remember what the reason they're doing kidnapping the women. I guess, I don't know, they give the vampires or the feed vampires or they try to work a deal with vampires. I can't remember. Or they're experimenting on them. I sincerely can't remember. Either way, the Illuminati, what they want is they want immortality. See, the lead vampire wants to be mortal, but the Illuminati wants to be immortal. Now, all that stuff I said, well, number one, you may go, it sounds like it's bad or piss dropped in front of your porch. You'd be right. But the few people that think, oh, wow, it sounds like there's a lot happening, you would think, but there's not. There's not a lot happening. Yeah. Jesus. This is one of those films where it's boring. It is boring. By the way, if you wonder why I keep looking on my phone, is because make sure I don't forget some of this details. Like, oh yeah, that actor was in this, and that actor was in this. Sorry about that, folks. I sincerely blinked out for a second. I kid you not. I literally blinked out for a second. I had to write stuff down just because, you know, when you watch a film, and actually, that's a happy accident. What you saw was how I was when you watch some of these movies, and you kind of have this facade on your face that's very blank, and you kind of sitting there going, I'm not going to remember what the hell happened in this movie. So then I literally would sit and write down. Because I know if I'm writing down, I'm going to at least pay halfway attention to the film. My mind's not going to wander as if I'm a cat trying to get some yarn. Or a kitten trying to follow the little light. Or me seeing shiny tees. So I'm like, okay, yeah. What did I write down? Guys are chased by vampires. Who are the guys being chased? We don't know. Just a guy being chased. We don't know who the vampires are. We don't know who the guy is. So, guy gets killed. We're at the opera, where the lead vampire likes the lady. Casas Mandalore chases a gory girl. I don't know why. I think they tried to explain, but I was confused. The one guy that was with the girl at the opera, he gets pissy and says, "Hello, Barry, you mean nothing to me." Yeah, go home and pass out when you puke. So the vampire meets the girl. They start to fall for each other. The Illuminati, Martin Cove, and them want immortality. Gary Downs and some vampires are at a club. I swear to God, when we first see the club, the music, I swear, at first was almost going to play the Mortal Kombat theme. Now, that's how most clubs were back in the day when they have techno. It almost sounds like the Mortal Kombat theme. It's not. But like, for a few seconds, I'm like, is that the Mortal Kombat theme? But it's like, oh, okay, no, it's not. I kind of wish it was. In the back, you see these girls, and I'm like, what are they doing? Are they humping the guy's leg? But they're vampires, and they kill the guy. Now, is it in any gory way? No. That'd be too good. They just bite the guy. And then all the vampires, Gary Daniels, like all 6 or so of them, 7 of them, they converge on the guy. For some reason, these vampires sound like cougars. You know. Hey, vampires don't exist, so maybe they do sound like cougars. Or lions, or tigers, or bears, or gators, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I mean, vampires don't exist. Who knows what they sound like? But here they sound like cougars. So the cops realize something's going on. They go to the club. It's surrounded by cops. Vampires go out. Production value is low rent piss. And they disappear through the mist. The cops are very intuitive, saying lines like, "This is no drug bust. What the hell?" No kidding. No, I thought it was a surfing safari. I thought it was actually a Disney production of, I don't know, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So they teleport it. They go back to their hideout, and the little Phil Fondacaro leads them to their coffins, which I guess most of them are stood upright, and they go in, and the movie literally has showing coffin 1 shut, coffin 2 shut, coffin 3 shut, coffin 4 shut, 5 shut, 6 shut, 7. I mean, you literally go through each coffin closing. I'm like, is this like your way to actually tell the audience this is how many vampires there are, and in case, since we didn't do any job of establishing who they are and what their names are or anything, this is close you don't get to it. Then for some reason it cuts to 3 weeks later. I don't know why that matters. Why couldn't it be the next day or 3 days? But it's 3 weeks later. By the way, I'm still sitting there knowing what the hell is the story to this movie? Because it feels like it's like multiple scripts trying to be put together. So Matthias used apparently, again, sent a video to the cops to show that he's a vampire killer. So I don't know if he had someone filming. Because like the camera's like set up in different angles and him killing a vampire. But I'm like, did he set up the angles? Or if someone's filming, it didn't seem like it was handheld. I don't know. I don't know if they thought that through. I can't remember. I don't think it looked. Maybe it did. I didn't think it did. I don't know. I know there's like different angles, so thank God for his vampire hunting video. He tried to be a bit spiffy, as in different angles. And the vampire killed almost looked like Meatloaf. The acting is bad. It's very stilted. The love story is like Twilight for Dummies. Not saying a lot compared to Twilight, but it is like Twilight for Dummies. There's a bit where the lead vampire and the girl, they go out on a date and a robber shoots. And when it shoots, the gun, the muzzle flashes don't sync up with the firing. So he's like firing, but the muzzle flashes just appear whenever they want to. And there's CG smoke coming out of the barrel. Just don't have it at all if you can't do it. Just have no smoke at all. You put CG smoke in there, it just looks more fake. And if you're such a cheap production, you can't do muzzle flashes right, just film in a different angle. Film from a different angle so you don't have to worry about it. So Gary Daniels and the vampires are mad because they're mad about the head vampire going out with the girl. And he says the line, "He's going to expose us all." Really? Didn't you guys 3 weeks ago kill someone in a club and like 30 cops surrounded you and saw you guys disappear? And you guys were roaring and you were ready to tear the cops' heads off and the head vampire told you to stop? And you're saying he's going to expose you all? Okay. The Cops Club didn't try to expose you all? And like the lead vampire idea, I forget the actor's name. I should have looked that up while I had the phone notes off. He has this like very whispery voice. Very whispery. Kiss me. I can't. Kiss me. I can't. Kiss me. I can't. You know what you do? Get the hell out of my face. Because you suck and you suck. You both can suck on my balls or get the suck out of here. Suck a duck off the fucking mud. Get out of here, please. Out of my face. God. The lead sucks. His low voice sucks. It's boring and sucks. While they're doing their stupid love story that no one cares about. Matthias Hughes. A few people died in this park or whatever. Matthias Hughes and a cop are there. And some vampires come back to the scene of the crime. And Matthias Hughes, there's a little battle. I say a battle because it's not really much of a battle. Gary Daniels is very embarrassing. Did he owe someone to do this movie? Like, was he that desperate for a job? Maybe, I don't know. So the jump ahead, the Illuminati, they're doing stuff in behind the scenes, trying to talk to the lead lady's father, wanting immortality. Casas Mandalore wants to tell the cops about the Illuminati so that he can get a free ride, but then they find out and they kill Casas Mandalore by suffocating him. Matthias Hughes, he kills a couple vampires with this like stake gun, but he's a very ineffective, lame vampire hunter. He gets in a, not even a fight with Gary Daniels, kind of just them throwing around, and then, spoiler, Gary Daniels just impales and kills Matthias Hughes. And then you figure, well, it's going to lead to some big battle at the end between the lead vampire and Gary Daniels' vampire, or there's going to be some fight about, you're immortal, like us. Why are you changing? You're betraying your clan. You're betraying your race. You're betraying who you are. You deserve to die. Whatever the case may be. Whatever you want to put into the script. No. Literally, less than 2 minutes later, the cops, they open up some shutters. Some lights, it looks like. And Gary crumbles into black CG smoke. Like he crumbles to the ground as this consistent black CG smoke. And I'm sitting there going, and I don't think any other cops die. I'm sitting there going, if Gary Daniels was going to die here, and you bring up Matthias Hughes, why didn't you just let Matthias Hughes fight? Why didn't you let the two fight? Have some kind of fight, some kind of battle, and let Matthias Hughes, who's supposed to be this vampire hunter, kill Gary Daniels. And some like big death scene where he's impaled or he explodes. Anything. But no. He just kills Matthias Hughes, runs off, they turn some lights on. Black CG smoke. I don't understand the reason for that. Was that ego? No, I cannot let this guy kill me. Was that it? Was there something else? I don't know. That just seems just crap. I don't know. The dialogue isn't that great. Like when Costas Mandalore gets killed, he thinks he's in the car with some agents, but they're not. They're the Illuminati. He's like, "You guys aren't cops, are you?" And one of them says, "You just answered the $64,000 question." I'm so glad in 2009 that we could reference a TV show from 1955. Because I'm sure people be like, "What the hell do you mean, the $64,000 question? What?" Because that was a reference to a game show, a TV show back in 1955. So, very, up-to-date reference. It kind of ends with they get the lead vampire and they get stuff out of him, and then supposed to take this thing that hopefully they'll be immortal. At the end of the day, they kind of meet at this one area, and the cops converge on the Illuminati. There's a little bit of a fight. Phil Fondacaro, it's funny. He actually headbutts someone. He headbutts a grown guy. I'm sorry, it was a bit funnier than it should have been. And this is what I'm talking about. The reason I'm jumping ahead is there's literally a scene, folks. There's literally a scene that the Illuminati, who I guess got what they wanted, but not really, and they're dead, they are disembodied heads over the earth. Let me repeat that. They are disembodied heads over the earth. Some about some kind of prison punishment. I don't know. I can't explain it. I think the movie tried to explain it and it failed, but I can't explain it. I never thought I'd see like 5 or so. I don't think one of them was Martin Cove. I think he just got arrested. But the other people is like, why are they shrunken? What is it? That movie Shrunken Heads? All to you, remember? Full Moon back in the day. Why? I mean, are they trying to go to the Phantom Zone? I don't what. Can you please explain it to me? Please. I didn't understand that. And then to chalk it up, like, the vampire is now mortal. Loves the girl. They kiss. When they kiss, it literally pulls back so it's like a painting with like fire or something within a picture of the two, Photoshop cut into the middle of this painting that looks like you did it with Adobe back in 2009 with this female country music song playing that sounds like death. Death before diarrhea. I'm like, this is... No wonder it gets a 2.2 on IMDb, man. Granted, there was stuff that I kind of laughed at. Was more to say for the other Gary Daniels film I saw. Spoiler. I would still say that film was worse to me as a Gary Daniels film because that was just tedious in a circular pattern of caught, put back in prison, escape. Just very depressing, downbeat, pretentious BS. Here, it's just so awfully done that it's kind of funny, but kinda, because there's too many boring parts that you kind of wish you just embraced more of the stupidity, the silliness, and the lameness. But this is an awful film. It's an awful film. Kiss of the Vampire 2000. It's an awful movie. Why you didn't just have Gary Daniels or any of these other guys as the lead, I don't know. It tried to do too much, but yet it did too little. The action scenes That's a bold way to put it. Action scenes. It's pretty pathetic movie, to be honest. But I mean, to see scenes like the disembodied heads over Earth, they'll do. There's a couple moments that'll give you a chuckle if you're into bad movies, but yeah, that's pretty much it. With that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.